everybody, hello or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Venom. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and amazing week so far. Yes, I just want to say thank you for all who have entered in for my giveaway. It was a very fun little giveaway this month. And also, this Saturday is Christmas. Yes, I'm so excited. I hope you guys all have a safe and happy holidays. I know sometimes, holidays can be hard for some people, with like emotions and stuff. Sometimes, bad things happen around holidays and they kind of get in that mood. I know sometimes I get in that kind of funk sometimes around holidays. It's nothing because there's really much negative. It's just, I don't know, sometimes I feel kind of gloomy just because of the weather. But I hope you guys are all being healthy and safe out there. So in today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Mickey Mouse palette. Yes, I'm so excited. I saw this at Ulta and I wanted to give it a try. I kind of wanted to find a new palette that wasn't Jeffree Star, and I saw this and I thought it looked cute on the display. So I want to dip into it to see what the hype is about. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. So I want to see what the hype is on this, if it's good, if it's actually bad. I want to know. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so I got my eyebrows on and my eye base on. So we are going to pull the Mickey Mouse Morphe palette. Yes, it's the Mickey and Friends Truth Be Bold palette. I took her out of her case. This is what she looks like on the out. And we are going to open her up, remove the film, and this is what she looks like in the inside. Yes, like look at all those beautiful colors. Yes, look at them. I don't know if you guys can like see the shimmers that well, but there's quite a few. Real quick, just because the lettering is like very faded in and out, so I think that was the look they were going for, but I mean, it would have just been nice if the lettering was just like all bold black. So what we're gonna do first is create a look, and then at the very end, that's when we will do our swatches. So the colors that are really popping to me is definitely the green. So I'm gonna dip into Max Power, which is this green right here. Put this down real quick. And we are going to grab a fluffy brush, and I'm going to go ahead and dip in. And I kind of want like, I'm not going to do a sharp edge look, so we are going to start, let me get you guys zoomed in. Let's pull you guys closer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the outer and then bring the green in. So I'm going to start right here with the green. Make sure it's very bold. And while we're putting on the eyeshadows we will be using today, I'm definitely going to keep an eye out if they're going to be fading. If there's a lot of fallout, because at the very end we will also, I will reflect and tell you guys my opinion on this palette. So I really want to make sure the screen is nice and bold. Definitely in the corner area. And then start bringing a lightness of it to the innie. I will say, I mean, this green is, right out of the bat, I will say this green is pretty, but for boldness and pigment, it could be better. It does seem like I do have to dip into the pan, into the shade quite more often than I normally would, so I don't know if that's just what kind of green it is, that they want you to keep on like dipping into it if they want to make it more bolder. But I guess we'll see when we start working with other shades. All right, we'll make sure it's all even. All right, so there's the green. I'm gonna put my brush aside just in case if we end up needing the brush later on. I'm gonna go into Stun and Games, which is the blue right here. Very pretty. And I'm just gonna grab a brush just like this, a fluffy medium size. Get a good dip. And then we're kind of gonna start lapping. We're gonna start lapping over the green a little bit. So right up here. And this color is really powdery in the pan. I'm gonna dip into Major Edge, which is kind of like a more darkish blue right here. Actually, I'm gonna dip into Street Beats, which is right here, and see if that will help create the color to go a little bit darker. If not, then I will dip into Major Edge right here to kind of help, because I didn't expect. I thought it'd be maybe a little bit darker when putting it on, but it's kind of like giving me a pastel blue, and I kind of want like this kind of a blue, yeah, a little bit darker. So I'm just going to place it right here. Go on the other side. And this Street Beats is like really a pretty color. Let me put Stun Guns a little bit down more. Maybe that will help it be a little bit more bold. I'm not a fan of the Stun Games, but I am a fan of the Street Beats. It's a little bit too really less pigmenty and dullness to it, which this palette I believe was $32. So if you're gonna pay 32 bucks on a palette, you'd expect every shade to be very well pigmented. But I will say this palette is already better than the Nikita Dragon one. I will say that. I'm just gonna go over the green right here and fix any edges. Dip into Stop and Stare and Big Bows. They're kind of like a pinkish tone, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add them together because I kind of want like a baby pinkish color for the inner. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab just another small, well, it's gonna be a small fluffy brush. We're gonna dip into both of them, and we're gonna start putting it in the inner corner. And oof, these are very the Stop and Stare and Pink Bows is very chalky. Like, have you guys ever played with chalk? And I don't know if chalky would be the best like word to describe it. Like very powdery, if that makes sense. Like you put it down, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but let me see, when I swipe it, you'll just see like dust. You won't see like very much of the actual color sticking. And let's see if I just put the let's just see if I put the big bows down, if that will help the color stay. If not, we might, let me fix the blue real quick on these. So since the stop and stare and the big bows, which are these ones, are not wanting to, the color's not wanting to stick. It's like very badly pigmented. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Made Ya Look, which is kind of like a pink shimmer right here, and I'm gonna put it over on top, and maybe, cross my fingers, that will put something somewhat pink on my eyelid. So I'm going to use a small little brush, heavily dip into Made Ya Look, and we are going to start placing it in the inner corner right here, and let's just hope this shade will actually work, please. So it looks like there is some pigment with this, that's for sure. It's definitely going on better than the other two. It probably would, you know, work way better if I didn't have those like other two eyeshadows on, but we are trying. We'll come back to this area and fix it off. You're now heading to the other side. Ooh, got some in my eye. Now what I'm doing is I'm really dipping, like I love the color, but one thing I am noticing is that it's only really like coming onto the lid. Like I'll show you. Like I'm swatching and I'm like literally caking this brush in the color. Which that's one thing I really don't like. I don't really like to have to like dip, like really go in there with a brush just to get color on. So yeah, that's, I don't know. I'll just share my thoughts, my major thoughts on the very end. But I mean, this pink is cute. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it's like really streaky. Like, I don't know if you guys can like see all that, but it's like, it's not cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix it up just one more time. And to the Koi Toy, it's kind of like a purplish, like that. I'll show you. And I'm kind of gonna pat it between the blue and the pink, because when I try to pat the Made Ya Look, it's very shifty with another shade, so I'm just gonna pat to make these a little bit more transit together. I mean, it's like a little light purple, or I think I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna go ahead and use the same purple, and I'm gonna kind of start just a little bit of a purple shade down here. Just a little bit to kind of create a cotton candy-like theme. Because I was kind of hoping, because sometimes with blues and pinks, you can kind of create like a purple tone, but since these colors that I've used so far are not wanting to like really work that well together, I might as well just dip into purple. That's probably like the best way I'd word it. Which is like kind of disappointing. So just adding the purple over here. Go over with blue. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up a little brush. Let me find a little brush. is a little brush like this, and we are going to dip into Own It, which kind of looks like a shimmer shade. I'll show you right here, kind of like a lightly shimmer shade, and I'm going to go ahead and just put it in my top corner. And I'm just going to put it right here, which is, ooh, that's kind of pretty. But then it doesn't want to stick. Started my life with this palette already. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Like, it's there, but then it's not there, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like it's already, like, fading. Like, oh gosh. And then I do notice that there is some definitely, with the green, there isn't that much fallout. With the blue, it's mostly with the pinks. When I laid them down, it definitely did give some like fallout. I just wanted to say that before I forget that with the pinks, I definitely did see some fallout, but with the green, blues, and the purples, we did use, well, the purple, we did use I don't really see any residue just from the pink, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this eyeshadow sit on my face for a little bit and see if it like starts evaporating into the air and all that, and then I'm going to get my rest of my face on, and then I will come back. We will do some swatches, and then I will give my final thoughts. Right, so we are back with a full face and everything. I let the eyeshadow sit for a little bit, and I end up adding, we'll try and add a light pink to the bottom lash line right here. Go into my thoughts. Let's go ahead and go through each shade color and do swatches. So on the first row right here from left to right, I'll be naming off the shades. And then I will post a picture over the screen what the shades actually look like. So from left to right, we have Own It, Head Out, Creative Conclusion, Life's Short, So Fearless, Big Dreamer, and Play by Ear, which is right there. In row, we have Stop and Stare, Big Bows, Made You Look, Koi Toy, On the Dot, Extra Sparkle, Bat Those Lashes. On the third row, we have Audacious, Staring Contest, Aw Goody, Super Sassy, Talk Flirty, Out Loud, and Very Vixen. Row, we have Thumbs Up, Stunning Games, Iconic Vibes, Street Beats, Major Edge, Troublemaker, Secret Weapon. And end row, we have Original Artist, Push It, Max Power, Into Mischief, Wild One, Instigator, and Total Rebel. So those are all the shade colors and all the swatches that will be on the screen. So, okay, let's get to the review part. I was very shocked on the colors I did use. They weren't very much pigment. It seemed like I had to keep on dipping into the pan. And for sometimes that's okay, but when you're having to dip in every single color and having to apply more and more, and also some of the shades, like the pink shades, didn't really even want to stick. So that's a very negative. The blue and the green and the purple I used didn't really, have fallout, but the pink, even the pink shimmer I used had a lot of fallout, that's for sure. Even when I was swatching, same with the whole non-pigment, it seemed like I had to like topple like 3 to 4 layers of me like literally swishing my finger in the pan. So that's not a good sign for me, at least. Some people don't care, but I'm one of those people where, a shade here and there is not gonna upset me, but when you pay $32 for a palette, you expect mostly all of them not to be like that. You maybe a color or two at the most, but not like every single one. And I don't know if you guys can really tell, like the green kind of stick. This one kind of faded more than on this side. The blue was also really patchy on this side versus this side. The purple looks good. The pink shimmer looks good. It does seem a little streaky. I don't know if you guys can see. But definitely, like I said, the blue and the green the blue got really patchy over the green, but not on this side, which is really weird. And even when I was swatching, I did notice that some shades were pretty splotchy. So, I mean, my honest opinion, if you really, really wanted to try this palette, I would definitely wait until it's on clearance. That's for sure. I would, if I knew what this palette was before I bought it, I would not have, spent $32, to be honest. And I only got the palette because I wanted to test out the palette first before I got the mini palette and the lips. But after the whole palette experience, yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna buy anything more in the collection of the Disney Mickey Mouse. I did notice that there was another, I think it's like the Pony Something palette. That kind of is also I wanted to review, but I'm not gonna think about that one after this whole, like, this Mickey Mouse like palette. Okay, I wasn't like really pleased with the Nikita Dragon palette, but like I wasn't really a fan of the Nikita Dragon palette by Morphe, but after like really thinking about it and swatching all the shades, Nikita's palette definitely won over this Disney one. And I don't know if maybe I got, maybe a bad palette, I got a bad batch, I don't know, but it kind of feels like Disney and Morphe kind of like just collabed together just to make a few bucks because they wanted some more money. And I don't know, I have this weird feeling that like Disney lately has just been pushing things out just to put like their name out there and make like a quick buck. Disney products, usually when the collab isn't like they used to be, I don't know if maybe it's just like limited goods that they're, able to get to or something, but I had very high hopes for this palette, and it kind of extremely disappointed me, not gonna lie. Waste your money. Wait till something better comes out. If you see a different palette, like I'm pretty sure I think it was by Revolution that did the heist from the show on Netflix. I'm pretty sure that palette would probably be way better than this, and I think that palette was only like $10-16, which I should have just gotten that. But yeah, I would definitely say stay away from this palette. Don't do what I did and wasted $32. If you ended up buying it and haven't used it yet and still have the receipt, I would probably say return it, to be honest. But it was fun playing with it, not gonna lie. They did have some cute little like stamps in the eyeshadows. Some had Mickey Mouse, some had Mickey, some had Donald, but they didn't have Goofy. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe if my swatches kind of blurred it, but like that was the only cute thing. Some, like this shimmer is really cute, and same with Troublemaker. That was really cute. Like those were like the two shades like I didn't really have to like go in, but the rest I did. So just use this to maybe if I want to like wear some eyeshadow, just like put on a solid color for work. Like that's probably what I will probably use this palette for, or give it to my kid to play with because she's at that stage where she wants to experiment with makeup. But yeah, just don't even waste your hard-working money. Just don't do it. Like there's better palettes out there to spend your money on than a Morphe Mickey Mouse Club, But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment. Have you guys tried the Morphe palette with Mickey Mouse? I would love to hear if you guys have. If you did you have a good experience? Was it bad? I'd love to hear. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye.